If you woke up 90 days from now and looked in the mirror, would you recognize the man staring back at you? Or would you see the same posture, the same eyes, the same excuses, wearing a different shirt? Because weak isn't a body type, it's a pattern. It's the habit of surrendering in private. It's the quiet deal you keep making with yourself. Not today, tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes a lifestyle. So here's the promise of this blueprint. 90 days isn't magic. It won't turn you into a superhero. But it is long enough to do something far rarer. It can turn you into someone you trust. And that is what a warrior really is. Not a man who wins, fights. A man who keeps agreements with himself when nobody is clapping. Today, I'm giving you a complete 90-day plan. Not just work out more. Not just wake up early. A full transformation across your body, your mind, your skills, your money, your social circle, your discipline, your confidence, your identity. And we'll build it using a Japanese idea that most people misunderstand, Shuhari. It means, first, you obey the form. Then, you break the form. Then, you transcend the form. In the beginning, you don't get to be creative. You don't get to freestyle. You don't get to invent your own routine. Because the man who is still weak doesn't need freedom. He needs structure. So phase 1 is, obey. You are going to follow the blueprint exactly, not because it's perfect, but because you are tired of being a man who negotiates everything. And before we go further, you need to understand something modern psychology has been screaming for years. Habits don't become automatic in 21 days. In a large study on habit formation, the average time for a habit to reach its plateau of automaticity was about 66 days, though. It varied widely, person to person. That means your brain isn't broken because day 14 still feels hard. That's normal. Difficulty is not evidence of failure. Difficulty is the price of rewiring. Now here's how the 90 days work. You'll run on 5 pillars. Every day, you score yourself on them. No emotion. No stories, just numbers. Warriors don't argue with reality. Pillar 1, body. Pillar 2, mind. Pillar 3, craft. Pillar 4, order. Pillar 5, brotherhood and environment. And each pillar has non-negotiables. Let's start with the body, because a weak body creates a weak mind. Your mood is not just philosophy, it's physiology. For 90 days, you will train 6 days per week. 1 day is active recovery, walking, mobility, light cardio, not Netflix recovery. Movement recovery. You do not need a perfect program. You need progressive overload, gradually increasing the challenge so your body adapts. That principle is central to evidence-based strength training guidelines. Translation: if you keep doing what you can already do, you stay who you already are. Here's the weekly structure. Day 1, strength upper body. Day 2, conditioning zone 2 cardio or intervals depending on your base. Day 3, strength lower body. Day 4, conditioning plus mobility. Day 5, strength full body. Day 6, warrior work, loaded carries, sprints, calisthenic circuits, or a sport. Day 7, active recovery walk, long stretch, easy bike. If you're a beginner, keep it simple. Squat pattern, hinge pattern, push, pull, carry, core. Add small weight or reps every week. If you miss a day, you don't make up by doubling tomorrow. You resume. Consistency beats punishment. Second, non-negotiable under body, sleep. You can't out-discipline biology. Adults need at least 7 hours of sleep, ideally 7 to 9 for optimal health and functioning. So your warrior rule is this: bedtime and wake time are a schedule, not a suggestion. No warrior becomes dangerous by staying up late researching motivation videos. Now, pillar 2, mind. You will meditate, but not in a soft way, not as an escape, as training. 10 minutes every morning, silent, no guided voice, no music, just you observing the mind that tries to drag you back into weakness because the first enemy isn't other men. It's your own impulse to flee discomfort. Research reviews suggest mindfulness practice can support behavior change by improving self-awareness and acceptance. Two things weak men avoid because they expose patterns. You're not meditating to feel calm. You're meditating to stop being controlled. And after meditation, you do something that forces motion. Within 60 seconds, you execute one small action you've been avoiding. One email, one text, one page, one push-up set, one cold shower, one I need to talk to you conversation scheduled. The key is speed. Stillness without movement becomes spiritual procrastination. Now, pillar 3, craft. Weak men consume. Warriors produce. Every day, you will spend 60 minutes building a skill that improves your future. That could be a trade, a business skill, writing, coding, language, sales. Design something measurable. And you will use a tactic that is brutally effective. Implementation intentions. This is the if-then plan. If it is 7 at 7 p.m., then I sit at my desk and do my craft block. If I feel resistance, then I start with 5 minutes only. Research on implementation intentions shows that specifying when and how you will act, if X, then Y, significantly improves follow-through. You're not trying to become motivated. You're installing triggers, because motivation is a visitor. Systems are residents. Now, pillar 4, order. This is where most transformations die because men try to train hard while living in chaos. Order means 3 things: your room, your schedule, your money. So the daily rule is simple. Before you sleep, you reset your environment. 5 minutes. Trash out. Clothe away. Desk cleared. Bag pack for tomorrow. You're not cleaning to be aesthetic. You're cleaning to stop living like someone who doesn't matter. Then schedule. Every night you write tomorrow's plan in 3 blocks. Block 1, training time. Block 2, craft time. Block 3, one life task you've been delaying: paperwork, appointment, budget review, resume update, whatever, and money. You will track spending for 90 days, not to be obsessed so you can see where your life leaks. Weakness loves invisibility. Tracking makes leaks visible. Now, pillar 5, brotherhood and environment. If you stay surrounded by men who joke about discipline, you will become the punchline too. Your rule: reduce time with anyone who rewards your worst habits. Increase time with people who live like it matters. And if you don't have that circle, you build it through proximity gym, martial arts, running club, volunteer work, skill meetups. The warrior doesn't wait for friends to appear. He positions himself where better men exist. Now, you're probably thinking, this sounds like a lot. Good. Because your current life already has a program. It just happens automatically. Wake, scroll, rush, cope, snack, procrastinate, promise, repeat. This blueprint replaces the default program with a chosen one. Now let's map the 90 days into 3 phases of Shuhari. Days 1 to 30, 1.8. Obey the form. Your only job is to show up and complete the minimums. In this phase, don't chase intensity, chase consistency. Your minimums are: train according to the schedule, meditate 10 minutes, craft 60 minutes, reset your environment, plan tomorrow, track spending. You will feel resistance. Your mind will say, this is too strict. That's not a fact. That's withdrawal. Because you've been addicted to flexibility. Flexibility is the drug of the undisciplined man. Days 31 to 60, seconds man. Break the form strategically. Now you start upgrading. You raise standards, not complexity. Training becomes more progressive. Add weight, add reps, add intensity cautiously. Conditioning gets sharper. Your food improves. You pick a simple nutrition rule: protein at every meal. No liquid calories, no fast food, or a set meal plan. Craft gets measured. You set weekly output goals. Pages written. Lessons completed. Calls made. Projects shipped. Order becomes more ruthless. You cut one major distraction: the app, the late-night scrolling, the constant junk content. You stop feeding the part of you that wants to stay weak. And here's the secret of this middle phase. Your brain starts believing you. You will still feel pain, but it changes shape. It becomes the pain of growth instead of the pain of regret. Days 61 to 90. Ek, Rand. Transcend the form. This is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming free. You no longer need external hype. You move because you are that man now. In this phase, life will test you. Work stress, family issues, a bad week, a missed workout. And this is where warriors are separated from performers. Performers need conditions. Warriors create them. So you adopt the never miss twice law. You can fail once. You cannot fail twice in a row, because the second miss isn't an accident. It's a vote for the old identity. Now, I want to give you the daily operating system, the exact day template you follow. You wake up, no phone for the first 15 minutes. The first battle is attention. You drink water, you make your bed, you sit for 10 minutes of silent meditation. Then you do one immediate action you've been avoiding. Then you train either morning or afternoon, depending on your schedule. But it must be scheduled. Then you eat like someone who trains. Then you do your craft. Block 60 minutes. Minimum, non-negotiable. At night, you reset your environment. Plan tomorrow's 3 blocks, track spending, and write a warrior log. 3 lines. What did I do today that proves I'm changing? Where did I slip? What is the fix tomorrow? Not a diary, a report. Now you're going to ask, what about confidence? Social skills, relationships. Here's the truth. Confidence isn't built by repeating affirmations. It's built by evidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you create proof. And the most important proof is this. You can experience discomfort without fleeing. That changes everything. Your posture, your voice, your boundaries. And there's one more psychological piece you need to understand, because it makes this program work long-term. Self-determination theory says well-being and motivation are supported by 3 basic needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Look at our pillars. Autonomy, you choose your rules and follow them. Competence, you train and build skill daily. Relatedness, you build a brotherhood and environment that reinforces your identity. This blueprint isn't just discipline. It's a system that makes you feel like a capable human again. Now the final part, the starting protocol. Because men fail at day 1, not day 90. They fail because they start vague. So tonight, you do this. Write your 90-day start date. Pick your training schedule days. Pick your craft skill. Pick your meditation time. Pick your single nutrition rule. Pick your no-phone morning rule. Then you write 7 if-then plans for your predictable failures. If I get home late, then I do the minimum workout, not 0. If I feel too tired for craft, then I do 5 minutes to start. If I want to scroll, then I take a 5-minute walk first. If I miss training, then I train the next day no matter what. You are building a warrior who has answers before temptation arrives. And now I want to ask you the question that decides whether this stays entertainment or becomes a turning point. Which pillar is your weakness right now? Is it the body because you've been living in comfort? Is it the mind because you can't sit with yourself? Is it the craft because you consume but don't build? Is it order because your life is chaos? Or is it brotherhood because you're surrounded by people who keep you small? Pick one, comment it. Not because comments matter, but because commitment changes when it becomes public. And if you want the real warrior test, start in the next 24 hours, not Monday. Not next month, not after you. Learn more, obey the form, then break the form, then transcend it. 90 days from now, you won't be perfect, but you will be dangerous to the version of you that used to quit.